Hey, unpackaging video. Got some tools for my birthday, so here we go. Yeah. Ooh, packaging stuff. Here you go, little dog. You want this? You want it? Sweet. We got a brake bleeder, vacuum pump kit. We got multi-use transfer pump, so this will be good for oil and other fluids, gasoline if we need to. We've got different hoses in the back here, so we'll do a review of that. We got these body and fender set hammer kit by Maddox. All this is from Harbor Freight Tools. So this we're gonna use on the Volvo to see, and we'll review this set. I have a suspicion that it's all really about the skills that you possess rather than tools in this case, but we'll see, because I previously tried to make corrections with just regular hammers and that wasn't so successful. So we're gonna see whether the tools make all the difference like they do in a ton of other cases. And lastly, we have this air inflator, because I've been using a tiny little emergency pump that's really loud and not very effective, and the reviews for this air compressor are quite good. So we are gonna see how well all this stuff works. Let's package this. It comes with its own little carrying case, so when it's in the car, it will be. Dog is as curious about the tools as I am. It will be secure from wear and tear. Because, you know, you're not supposed to have stuff sliding around the car, but sometimes it does. And that causes hoses and wires to rip. Alright, so it's got this long tube, and I like that it has this sort of compressor fixture. It's hard to do this with one hand. Bear with me. Alright, here it is. Here it is. It's got this compressor style connector, which I'm pretty sure you probably need more than one hand to secure. 100 psi, 12 volts. It's got a regular toggle switch. This is protected with a little film cover that I might not remove, because usually this gets kind of scratched up. We've got, this is just, I guess, a noise suppression. You've got a heat sink fins right here. You've got the little things on the bottom that'll prevent the vibration. I guess, you know, because this thing's probably going to travel due to the vibration of the piston. It's got a piston in here with a jacket. And here we have the connector. So it actually looks more robust than I thought this connector would look like, because I've seen some reviews where they say the connector gets breaks and stuff. And I can see some small imperfection right out the box right here. But we'll see how this holds up. If this breaks, I will get another connector and resolder it. That's not really kind of the end of it for me, if this is the only part that, you know, isn't good. Got an instruction manual here. Usually these pumps require that you rest them after running them for 15 minutes. This one says, if compressor shuts off automatically, allowed to cool for 30 minutes before restarting. So it's got some kind of overheating safety thing where it'll shut it off. All right, and I'll do the review of this in another video, and the other tools as well. Hey, so this is the unboxing of the Reservo. I unboxed it, but I unfortunately lost the footage the first time around. So This is it out of the box. I plugged it in and it is not charging past 5%. I have called the manufacturer and this seems to be a faulty unit. So they will be sending me a replacement. I'm not making any judgment based on this. I mean, there's faulty units sometimes and that's just the way it goes. So they were very friendly and very responsive. They're sending out another unit right away. I decided to give it another chance. What I've done is I've come outside here, plugged it into the battery, hit the on-off override button, and here we see it charging. So it looks like what the guy on the phone told me is 100% correct. They have an issue with their USB and other charging port, and the capacitor is taking energy from this battery right now. So that's great news because it means that their capacitors are in good shape. It's just a problem with that charger. So you see it here, it's almost up to 100%, and we'll be able to start the car once it's on that. I currently will not be doing that because my hood is unattached and I don't have a bar to hold this up right now. So I'm just holding it with my hand. So I don't really have a way of letting the hood down because it'll hit the clamps. Also, the battery works currently. When the car stands too long, it won't start, but usually this battery is enough when the capacitor, when it's been charged by the alternator, which I tested and it seems to work fine. So we'll still be returning this unit because I need one that can charge just in case. And see, now it's displaying the key, meaning that I can go ahead and try to start. Oh, and it even tells me that it's full. Look at that. Okay, so let's do it. This way. Yep. I think it's a little too late. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got this routing attachment. We got the drill itself, and the battery's already in. We got the manual, and we got the bits. So which ones do we have here? You can see a drill. See the little wrench. We got the polishing pads, some of the stones, a cutting disc, some of these sanding discs, I think. Got the charging cord. Here's the drill itself. This was a gift, birthday gift. I'm gonna turn on. Sounds pretty good. This is really rubbery, so it's got a good grip. Locking, easy twist thing. I think it's easy twist because it's got this rubber grip here, so you can easily twist it and secure the bit in here. Easy twist. Okay, that's good. The finish on this isn't so great. Here. I think the wrench is actually supposed to go in there because you have a picture for it. USA and Canada. Whoa. You can feel the torque when you switch it on. The low setting. Oh, you can see the battery level when you turn it on. So it's about 2 bars in. Okay, let me know if the sound is better in this part of the video. I did a video about these two items earlier, but I had some kind of malfunction and I'm basically having to reshoot this video. You get the bleeder here, which is awesome. Some people forget to take out this plastic part that it comes with. If you don't take it out, then when you're squeezing this, it doesn't really let it go out. I think some people think it's broken. You got the release valve over here. Here we go, see. Okay, so you can see that it's holding pressure right there, and you can release it with the little button down here. There we go, awesome. So it comes with a T connector and some other brake connectors. The reason I like the T connector is because with these little hoses, we can actually test whether our water system is holding pressure. For example, if it's not, maybe you have a leak somewhere, you can put pressure in the system and see if your reservoir is leaking. Maybe the cap is leaking, you could just replace the cap, and that would be like an easy fix. And you could discover that by splicing the T connection with these in the existing hose of the water reservoir in your car, and you can see that you're leaking pressure somewhere, or maybe you'll see coolant start to leak out somewhere. So then you've got an issue and you can find it. So you can bleed brakes, and you can also find issues with this thing, and you can test your fuel pressure regulator too. So this thing has got a lot of cool uses. That's why I think it's worth it. Some people have said that it breaks here after using it for a little bit. We'll see if that's the case. Maybe they had a bad one, or maybe they dropped it. Who knows? There could be a lot of things. This is an inexpensive tool, and if it even helps you 4 or 5 times before it breaks, I think it's already worth it, because you'll save a ton of money on those jobs. And secondary, we have the pump here, which is basically just for transferring fluids, oil and gasoline or anything like that. It's got some attachments in here. I like this thin hose because I think that can actually go down the dipstick hose, the oil dipstick. Let's say somebody's over tightened your oil drain bolt and you can't get out the oil, and you need to change the oil. This is a good way, I think, to you need an adapter between the small hose and that big connector, but you could probably use that. And another good thing that they did with this pump is they put which side is in and which is out. So that's important, because you don't want to go the wrong way on the fluids. So, also this comes with a 4-ounce container for bleeding your brakes, obviously, because it'll get sucked in here and deposit here because you have suction on this side. Now, the only concern that I might have with this system is the suction that it creates might not be strong enough to pull liquids, because when I do this, when I pump it up, it doesn't feel like there's that much pressure here. It's not bad, you see that, but it's not tremendous either. You can see it create a little bit of suction here on my finger. So thanks for watching, and I will review all these items as I use them. So I already got to use the air pump this morning. My fiance's tires were low, I inflated them, and she was good to go. So the air pump worked beautifully. I just didn't have time to shoot it this morning, but that one works great. So the first Harbor Freight tool, the air pump has been tested and it performed phenomenally. It's quiet and efficient, so I'm happy with that. It did get a little hot, but I did 3 out of 4 tires, so that's reasonable. And this unit, obviously, we will have to return. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.